All right, shalom everyone. Peace for those who love peace and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. Today our topic is Islam is the mother of all harlots. In other words, is the mother of all corruption. And we can prove it to you. Islam is not a new religion. It is just a very ancient method of corruption. And Satan always change his name, and he have a lot of uniform. So the Bible speak in chapter 17 in the book of Revelation about the mother of all harlots. Now for sure we are not speaking about a specific women, and many people they think the word harlot goes for women. You are mistaken. The Old Testament mention that the earth committed adultery. But we know that the earth is not a woman or a man. The earth is an earth, since when earth can commit adultery. But what the Bible is talking about is how corruption is consuming the people of this earth. Otherwise, the earth is just a dirt. And Islam is just another form of corruption. And corruption come in many forms. Sometimes corruption is claimed to be decent. Sometimes corruption say, corruption, present itself as corruption. It doesn't hide itself. So if corruption find people who like corruption do not need to wear a cover or a mask or to wear a cloth of something else. Corruption can come inside our churches too. So you might find a priest. He claimed to be a priest, but in fact he is a filthy scumbag like Muhammad. So corruption can be found everywhere, even in the most clean place, supposedly the house of God. For corrupt people, the Bible warned us about them, and Jesus himself, he warned us about people who come to you in the clothes of a sheep, but they are wolves. So we know that corruption have many forms and many styles. But then corruption, have a new method, let us say, of approving itself. It's very important for a corrupt cult to get an approval. And how you can get that approval? Which method you want to do? Like what? You want to give yourself a certificate? You want to give yourself a degree? How a cult can approve itself, or let us say, can make itself look decent and make the followers of such a cult believe it is a decent, way of life. By changing definition of everything, you can make a human being do what it is a crime, thinking it is the right thing. As an example, not long time ago, people they used to sacrifice a human being to gods, but they are not doing bad according to them. They are doing holy stuff. They are making God happy. So, like if you go in South America, in the Anca, they used to sacrifice human being. If a storm happened, if lightning hit somebody, if a flood, if there is no rain, so obviously God is not happy. So what we do, we go and we kill one of our daughters, our kids, to this God, so this God will not be angry no more. So, such a way, it is a very corrupt and very evil, yet the one who is doing it, he think he is serving God. He is doing what is holy, not what is evil. And Muslims, because they are following such a corrupt religion, It's a corruption to the bones. I mean, there's nothing good in it. And by the way, we are in Discord. If there's any Muslim would like to prove to me that I'm wrong, I will be happy to hear you. And I would like to see only Muslims with their hand up, at least for now. If you are a Muslim, you would like to speak to me, all right, you can put your hand up in Discord and I will be happy to listen to you. Now for the Muslim, he will tell you, no, Islam teach us good things. Islam against fornication, as an example. But we know that that's not true. Islam encourage fornication. In fact, in Islam, there's no marriage. It's a sex contract. This is why the man, he can even, fire his sex worker by a text message. This is how easy it is. You see, in America, if you want to fire somebody, there is a regulation to follow. You don't just tell somebody just go. There is rules and law, and it's not that easy. And even that worker have a protection. In Islam, the woman, she is nobody. The man, he hire her, and he hire other women in the same time. It's like a company, and he have many women working for him. He hire as he wish, he kick out as he wish. He is the boss, and they are his employees. And those employees have a very limited rights. The maximum right of those employees is little money. As little as you can imagine. And even that money, the woman, she can get nothing of it. How? Like a smart woman, she will say, a Muslim woman, she will say to a man who's supposed to want to do nikah to her, which means he will F her, not marry her, I want $1 million in case you divorce me. Do you agree? And then the guy, he say, okay, I will agree. Let us say he agreed. Then the man, he will not divorce her, and he will beat the hell of her. He have the right to jail her, not to see anybody, not to get out. He can beat her. He can spit at her. He can treat her like a dog. And then this woman, she will be desperately seeking divorce, saying, please, forget about the money. Just let me go. So even when the woman, she thinks she is being smart, and she increase her pay, or let us say, the end of the contract payment, even that doesn't work, because the man, he will beat the hell of you and make you wish, it's a wish to get divorced. So not only you will not get the money, in fact, he will treat you horribly, because now his target is to teach you how to behave and how not to try to outsmart Islam. For Islam is made by the man for the man. It's not meant for the women. However, I'm willing to listen to any Muslim. He can prove to me that Islam have any good in it. Do we have any Muslim would like to join us? And this is just one side of the story. Women in Islam is just one of many. What about the man? The man himself have no right to. Yes, the man, Islam is a religion of a chain of abuse. If you go in the ocean, a small, tiny fish will be eaten by bigger fish, right? Then there is a shark. The shark will eat all the fish. Then there's the whale. The whale will eat all the shark. Then even the whale have enemies, and he can be killed and died, and then all the little fish, including the bigger ones, together will have a meal. So the ocean is about a chain of abuse. And this chain of abuse is based on survival. Like, in order to survive, you have to abuse. It is how it is. It's not about justice. The small fish will eat this, a smaller fish. crab clean the garbage of the ocean. Whatever dead body, crab will eat it. And then the stingray come and eat the crab. Same in the jungle. A sick deer will be hunted by a wolf. A wolf is old, cannot run, will be killed by a hyena. A hyena who is injured, cannot run, will be killed by a lion. A lion who is alone can be killed by many hyenas. And the chain go on. So supposedly religion, or a system which is called godly system, supposedly to bring justice and to do what is right. But does Islam bring anything right to the life of a human being? Do we have any Muslim? Any Muhammadan would like to join us? Again, we are in Discord and we are in Rumble and in YouTube. So if there is any Muhammadan would like to join us, please feel free. I would like to hear you. You know, recently we heard the stories of many Abduls. They are like well known in the internet, like Ahmad, what is no Lili Dawa, and Muhammad Hijab. Now those are the one who defend Islam, right? They are not the bad ones. We know that. They are the good Muslims. But the good Muslims are horrible. See, so if the good Muslims are horrible, who is the bad? Where we can find the bad one? In which location? We heard that all of them, they are going, sleeping around with Muslim women, and they call it secret marriage. Secret what? Secret marriage. But we know that this is nothing but a horny man seeking just another entertainment, especially all of them, they are married. Why anyway a human being will go and seek other women in his bed except entertainment? And then they call it marriage. But we know that this is not a marriage. We know that the purpose of all of this is nothing but a sexual pervert intention. Right? But how it is justified? Very easy. Islam justify all garbage. You do not need to be a genius to understand that in Islam everything have a justification, including such a behavior. And you will notice that all kind of losers are attracted to Islam, like Andrew Tate and this piece of garbage. Hookers around them, nothing but women who they are trashy, junky, and they find Islam a very good tent to cover their shame. Because you see, if you are a Christian and you are like trying to convince yourself that it's okay to sleep around or to have sex with kids or all kind of garbage you do, then you will find that the Bible obviously is going to condemn you and you are going to go to hell. But in Islam all of this is acceptable. Not only acceptable, actually is encouraged. It is Muhammad, not somebody, not anybody, who said that if any man, any women, they like to F each other for 3 days, 3 nights, go for it. And if they like to increase, which means the number of the days, they can increase. If they like to decrease, they decrease. So this is the Prophet of Islam practice and teaching. And this is very authentic. This is al-Bukhari. The religion of the Abdulism teach you a lot of decency. That any man, any woman, they meet in the elevator. They agree to F each other. And look, the Muslim, by the way, they try to fix it by making it temporary marriage. Have you ever heard of something called temporary marriage? Why it's called temporarily if it's marriage? So they don't want to tell you that this is temporarily effing, excuse my language. They claim, and by the way, in Arabic the word marriage never appear. Never, never. You see the Arabic here? Nowhere it says anything about marriage. It says أيما رجل وامرأة توافقا فعشرة ما بينهما ثلاث ليال. Any man, any woman, they agree to F each other. عشرة, when we say معاشرة بين الرجل between a man and women, it's 6. If it is between normal people, like not, let us say, I did live between those people. In this case, it's not about sex. But here, it's about pure sex action. I'm using the word pure, mean nothing but sex. All right? But nothing pure in this relationship. So any man, any woman, they agree to F each other. Even Google Translation got it right.
Any man and woman who agree to be intimate, there shall be a period of 3 nights between them.
Very decent. You can tell that Muhammad is teaching them a lot of decency. And then Muhammad, he says, after he says that you F each other for 3 days, 3 nights, he says, if you like to increase, you increase. If you like to decrease, which means you leave each other, you leave.
3 nights. If they want to increase or leave each other, they leave each other.
And then the Muslim woman, she wore hijab, like Mimi hijab, and she claimed that she is a decent woman and she is conservative. She is very conservative. She got paid for sex for 3 days, 3 nights. And this is the religion of Allah. So if we go back in what I started speaking about, how Satan, he have many coat. The mother of all harlots have always many kind of uniform, clothing. Sometimes she is a belly dancer. Sometimes she dress as a conservative woman wearing hijab. But at the end of the day, it's a whore. It is the mother of all whores. So there is a huge difference between what Jesus taught and what this garbage Muhammad is teaching Muslims to do. This is why you see the stories of Lili Dawah and Mimi Hijab going around and having sex with women in the hotel, and they call them wife. In fact, in case you do not know, the Muslim, they have something, it's called muhram. If a woman, she want to go and do hajj, she cannot go and travel alone. She need a man. What she would do if she don't have a man? Which means she is not married. She will marry a man temporarily. And he can, excuse my language again, I have to say things as it is. Be sure there's no kids around, please. So this woman, she want to go and do hajj. She is not allowed to go to hajj alone. She have to be either with her father, or maybe her son, who is adult, not a kid. like he is in his 20 and over. Or she have to be married. What if she don't have any of those? Then what she do, she marry a man to go to Hajj, but only to go to Hajj. He's not her husband. When they come back, he will not be her husband. This is only during the trip to go to Mecca. So during the trip, from the day number 1 to the last day when she come back home, he can sleep with her as much as he want. And supposedly that is a method to prevent fornication. Can you believe it? This is Islam. And the story we heard about Ali Dawah is the same. A woman, she want to do Hajj. She cannot go alone. She don't have a husband. Ali Dawah, he offer her to F her so she can go to Hajj. Let me see if I can find you a video in YouTube so we can play it for you. Here we go. Our golden mind, Asim Al-Hakim. I just searched for the title. I don't know what he will say, but let us see. $100, by the way.
Haniz says, is it okay for my mother to go to Hajj alone? We are from the Philippines, and it is her first time, inshallah, to perform Hajj this year. She will be accompanied by a sheikh and together with friends. Now, the issue of performing Hajj without a male mahram, there are difference of opinion among scholars. The vast majority prohibit this. But let us not look into the different opinions of scholars. Let us go back to the Quran and to the Sunnah. An authentic hadith. The Prophet said, ﷺ, it is not permissible for a woman who believes in Allah and the Day of Judgment to travel without a male mahram. A statement so beautifully put by our Prophet.
Beautifully put.
Now, the Prophet said to travel. Maybe Hajj is included, maybe it's not. Any type of travel is prohibited without a male mahram. This is what the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam. Okay, then let us look at what...
The sound is low, guys. Somebody's saying the sound is low. Let me see if I can. All right, give me a second. All right, maybe now it's going to be. I will play it then from the beginning because you guys said the sound is not good. I will play it from the beginning. All right.
For my mother to go to Hajj alone. We are from the Philippines, and it is her first time, inshallah, to perform Hajj this year. She will be accompanied by a sheikh and together with friends. Now, the issue of performing Hajj without a male mahram, there are difference of opinion among scholars. The vast majority prohibit this. But let us not look into the different opinions of scholars. Let us go back to the Quran and to the Sunnah. An authentic hadith. The Prophet said, ﷺ, it is not permissible for a woman who believes in Allah and the Day of Judgment to travel without a male mahram. a statement so beautifully put by our Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam.
So beautifully.
Now, the Prophet said to travel. Maybe Hajj is included, maybe it's not. Any type of travel is prohibited without Amir Mahram. This is what the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam. Okay, then let us look at what happened after the Prophet said this. A man stood up among the companions after hearing this instruction from the Prophet alayhi salam, the prohibition of a woman traveling without a male mahram. So he said, "Oh Prophet of Allah, my name was selected to go on an expedition for jihad. I'm going to fight in the cause of Allah with army so and so. But my wife went for Hajj." So the guy is in a dilemma. The Prophet ﷺ said to him, "Go and catch with your wife. Catch up with your wife." Which the scholars looked at the hadith and said, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand this. The Prophet did not ask him, ﷺ, is your wife young or old? The Prophet did not ask him to explain whether she was beautiful or ugly. The Prophet ﷺ did not ask him whether she was alone or with a trustworthy companionship, like a sheikh or other friends and women. The Prophet did not inquire, which means that the ruling is for all. Go and catch up with your wife, because if it was permissible to go alone or with trustworthy companion, the Prophet would not have ordered him to leave jihad and go and accompany his wife. So when you hear and read and learn this hadith, and you learn of difference of opinions of other scholars, you say to them, with all due respect, this is the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. They said, yeah, but Umar ibn al-Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, sent the mothers of the believers, the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, to perform Hajj. So, every woman had her mahram with her. Where does it say in the hadith that they did not have mahrams? Not only that, Sauda bint Zum'a, may Allah be pleased with her, she was among the mothers of the believers that would never have traveled out of Medina, period. They would say, okay, there's another hadith where the Prophet told us that there will come a time when a woman travels from Aden to, in Hadramut, or to Sana'a in Yemen, etc., alone. Okay, the Prophet is telling us about something that would happen in the future, not that he's approving of it. Imagine that the Prophet, when he tells us about the coming of the Dajjal, is he approving of it and saying that this is a good thing? Or rather, he's telling us about a prediction of something that Allah told him that would happen in the future. So, when you come with this clear evidence from the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, and you find that there are different opinions of scholars, you raise your hat to all the scholars and say, with all due respect, I only follow the Quran and the Sunnah, especially if the Sunnah is crystal clear. How dare I follow Tom, Dick, or Harry when the hadith is crystal clear? I appreciate their ijtihad. I appreciate what they had said. But the majority follow the hadith of scholars. And the hadith is crystal clear. So I believe that this is not permissible for your mother to go.
Yeah, he did not give us what we want, actually. Let me see if I can find other video, because I was expecting him saying that you should marry someone to go to Hajj. Let us see. Marrying temporarily a man for the purpose. Let us see if we can find. Let us see this guy here. We found another Abdul.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If she has no mahram that can take her for Hajj, then yes, if you can go with a group of females, then that would be the best way to do that, and it would be permissible.
No, this must be a Sufi. He's dressing weird. No, Muslim Sunni don't allow. Actually, I don't know what kind of religion this religion is. What he's wearing. No, he cannot. A Muslim woman, she have to marry a man temporarily. Let us see here, Mufti Mink. Let's see what Mink will say. They're trying to duct tape.
Now I'm going to Umrah without Maharam.
Are you going or you want to go?
I want to go.
You want to go, okay. As for the Umrah, subhanAllah, look, I will only tell you what is the happening. If, according to Imam Shafi and according to some of the scholars, if it is a journey that's important and so on, and you are moving in a group of respectable women, then it is permitted. I don't know what the embassy would do here and whether they would issue you a visa or not. But if you don't have a mahram, then subhanAllah, you may want to delay that trip until inshallah you do have a mahram, and that's according to the bulk of the scholars. But I do know of certain groups that I have met when I was in Mecca and Medina Munawwara, who have told me that from this country they do have trips that are made which are guided and protected in groups, in larger groups, where they would cater for someone like you. May Allah make it easy.
Yeah. So even the Saudi government, actually, they will not even give a visa if she don't have a man. And there is main reason for that, actually, because many of those Muslim women, they come even to Mecca to do prostitution. And not only that, I mean, the story can continue and be bigger. Like, I know a story of an Egyptian guy. He worked in Saudi Arabia. He got visa for all his wives. He have 4 of them. It turned to be all of them, they are prostitute. So what he do, he work as a pimp. So he brought 4 women from Egypt, and they are prostitute. He married them, they are his wives, but they are prostitute. And he was a pimp. So he was working for many years in Saudi Arabia, and he made a fortune until they got him busted. And then they deport him and his wives. All of them, the 4. In fact, he was changing his wives because the customers, they get bored, like the same women. So he go every, few months or a year, and he get a new wife. Like, this wife became not attractive no more. Like, customers don't like her behavior. So he go to Egypt, he find a new prostitute. The one, she don't do good, don't make good money, she will be divorced, and he will bring another woman. So it's very well known that a Muslim woman, she cannot go to Hajj. Now I am hearing, like, they are trying to cover up the filth of Islam, saying, oh, if there is a group of women, you can go with them. I think the Saudi embassy will give you a visa. That's not true. In fact, we can search right now. You can go and search, and you can find the answer from the Saudi embassy. Let us see. I'm just looking for some website to see if we can show you. Yeah, I will find you. In Arabic maybe is easiest way. Do we have any Muslim would like to join us? If you are a Muslim, you wanna put your hand up, we will put you on the stage. See, here we go. This is an official Islamic terrorist website from Qatar. And here is the question about a woman. She want to go. They want to go to Hajj. The answer is that there is different sect of Islam. According to the Hanifa and Hanabila, it's not necessarily. However, it is necessary. And this is because the Prophet, he said, it's not allowed for any woman to travel one day, one night without any guardian, a male guardian. All right. So when you hear those in YouTube, they are making like it's a YouTube, you know, so they will be like sound more moderate, but the reality is they will not even give you a visa if you don't have. Sometime if a woman, she is very old, which means she is not attractive for any sexual conduct, then they can give the woman a visa even if she don't have a man. However, that can be like a very moderate thing to do, but in Islam, a woman, she need a man, otherwise she cannot go anywhere, you know. So what Muslim women, they do in order to go to Mecca, they go and find a man, they hire a man to F them, and even some they pay. Some even they pay the man, even though he is going to sleep with them, right? But maybe she's not attractive. Why you want to marry her, you know? Maybe she's older than him. He is doing her a favor. So she pay him, and in order to be a real thing, not fake, so he have to sleep with her. And this is why maybe he have to pay her, you know, she have to pay him because she don't look attractive at all, and the man will not be interested to sleep with such a woman unless she pay. Like what happened to Muhammad and Khadija. Why Muhammad he married Khadija? Because she is rich. As simple as that. You know? Do we have any Muslim? What Islam teach us can be not under the umbrella of the mother of all harlot. I challenge any Muslim to show me. Anyone? This man, Asim Hakim, he used to charge $100 for half hour. And here you see the mother of all harlots. Other face of it. Muhammad, he take the fifth of the booty. Muhammad, he will not talk to you in a private unless you pay him first. Am I lying, Muslims? And he called it charity. This is charity. This is charity. I think now the price is 150 for half hour. For 1 hour will be $300. You guys owe me a lot of money. How many hours I stay with you almost every day? How many of you call me privately, especially Muslims? Have I ever charged you? Your Muslims, they will not talk to you unless you tip them first. Show them money. This is another behavior of the mother of all harlots. How much money Jesus he collected for anything he have done. When a blind man he came to Muhammad, what Muhammad did to him? He gave him a bad face and he kicked him out of his house. Why? Because he was talking to the rich people of the tribe of Quraysh. Is that what Jesus did to the blind man? Jesus gave him eyes. And not only that, Jesus don't want him to tell people, just go. Don't brag about it. Don't tell who did that, you know? He don't wanna brag about it. Look what I can do. That is Jesus. And this is Muhammad. Muhammad, he take the fifth of the booty, and what the booty is a theft. He was even stealing from his own people. It's not a war with the foreigners, even his own people, his own kill. All right. Somebody says somebody insulted the Catholic Church and called it the mother of all harlots. Well, you know, my friend, if somebody call you something and you are not, he is not insulting you, he is insulting himself. So the question, are you? Then you should not be upset, because simply he is insulting himself. Secondly, yes, there is a corruption in the Catholic Church, and there is a corruption in the Protestant, and there is corruption in Orthodox. Because wherever man goes, corruption goes with the man. Who said that the Christian don't have between them corrupt? Isn't it Judah he sold Jesus for some pennies? So you have to acknowledge corruption. And yes, in many of those churches there is a harlot. They are not the Christian churches. How you know? From their fruits you shall know them. So between the Catholic there's many good people, many bad people. The harlot will be known by its fruit. The good one will be known by their fruits. So all so-called churches' names, we have rats inside those churches. It can happen. It's your duty to fight the rats and clean the house. Don't complain about what people say. Check it out and see if it is true. And if it's true, then clean your house before you complain. All right? Good? Like there's a channel in YouTube, I think it's called Einstein, something like that. They bring you a priest, he's a Protestant. Another one, he is Catholic. Other one is Orthodox. All of them, they defend Islam. Those are the mother of harlots. So false and corrupt people exist everywhere. When we speak about Islam, we are not talking about people. We are talking about Islam. When we speak about Christianity, we are talking about Christianity. We're not talking about people. Because there's a huge difference between somebody teaching me to be corrupt and someone teaching me to stay away from corruption, otherwise I will go to hell. And then I choose corruption. So the Messiah, he taught us to stay away from corruption. The Messiah, he commanded you, if your eye will take you to hell, you better unblock it. If your hand will mislead you, cut it. That is the teaching of Jesus. The teaching of Muhammad is the opposite. Any man, any woman, they like to F each other, they can do so for 3 days, 3 nights. The teaching of Jesus even forbid you from abusing women, sleeping with them, and then divorce them because you don't like them no more. As if she is an underwear. Here, you use the women 3 days, 3 nights and throw her in the street. But I assure you, there's many, they call themselves a Christian and they wear a cross, but they go sleep around. You know, all of us, we get temptation. Who said me? I don't get tempted by many. And you know, the funny is, the more you try to be a believer, the more temptation attack you. I don't know if you know that. The more you are trying to be close to God, the more Satan, he will send you his tools to try to take you down. The more you are away from God, Satan don't care, okay, he's away anyway. And Muhammad here is playing the term of Satan. So those supposedly now they are godly people. Look, we want to do Hajj. What is Hajj? Hajj supposedly is a ritual to make God happy. But how does God will be happy by going around his Kaaba 7 times and kissing a black stone? And then all my sin will be totally erased just because I kiss a stone. Not because I'm a good person, not because I behave, not because I'm better, not because I am changed, but because I kissed a stone. How that serve God? Right? How God he sent the black stone in the shape of a vagina, and men and women they used to go around it naked, and the women she touch her vagina when she have her period, and she put her hand inside the black stone, and then the man after that he come and he insert his penis inside that black stone, and then today the Muslims are kissing it. How that erase my sin? You know, there is a hadith of Muhammad. I don't know if I can find it in English. Let me see. It should be, because this is in a Tirmidhi. Let me see. Muhammad himself, he admit that the Muslims will be misled by the book of Allah. I'm trying to find the hadith. This website, the search of it is not really good. I know the hadith. I don't know. I know the page number, but I don't know the number in English, because English numbers are different from the Arabic. Let us see. Okay, let us try a different method. This is the book of Imam As-Suyuti, very famous scholar. When I say scholar in Islam, that means he's a donkey. Where? The script in this website is not making it. You see, this is the whole book. So you're like, okay, this website is not good. Let us try something else. All right. Let's try this website here. This is from Qatar, the country of terrorism. This is the book of Ad-Durr al-Manthur, Imam As-Suyuti. I will translate for you the name of the book and the author.
The Pearl of the Scattered, Al-Suyuti, Jalal al-Din Abd al-Rahman ibn Abi Bakr al-Suyuti.
Yeah, the names is like a train. And here Muhammad is talking. Umar al-Khattab reported the following: that the Prophet of Allah, he came to him and he was very, very sad. And then Muhammad, he kept saying, we seek refuge back to Allah, we seek refuge back to Allah. Gabriel or Jibreel, he came to me, we seek refuge and we go back to Allah. So Muhammad here is so worried and so sad. Jibreel came to him, like what happened, why he is so sad? What happened exactly? Jibreel himself was sad. So Muhammad asked Jibreel, what's wrong? So Jibreel, he said to Muhammad, your nation is going to be misled a little bit after, you know, like after a while, little bit of time, but not too much, very soon. I said, is it like a trouble of kufr, being disbelief? Is it a misleading? And how that can be? And how that could be, and I am leaving with them the book of Allah. So Muhammad is asking, supposedly the so-called angel Jibreel, and here you notice Muhammad, he could not even quote the name of the angel of the Bible, Gabriel, so he called him a very weird name, Jibreel. But anyway, not our topic. So he said to him, how they will be misled, and I am leaving with them, among them, the book of Allah, which means the Quran. How they will be misled? Jibreel, he said to him, oh no, by the book of Allah, which means the Quran, will be the reason for them to be misled.
He said, they are misled by the book of God.
So Muhammad, the angel told him that the book of Allah will be a way of corruption. And then he explained more here what those rulers will do and how the corruption will work. Let us translate, hold on.
He said, they go astray by the book of Allah, and the first of that is because of their reciters and their leaders. The leaders deny people their rights and they do not give them. So they fight each other, and the reciters follow the whims of the leaders, leading them astray and then not stopping. I said, O Gabriel, then by what means are those among them who are saved safe? He said, by restraint and patience. If they are given what is theirs, they take it, and if they prevent it, they leave it.
Here you see that the story doesn't make sense. However, how they will be misled and how we can stop it? They will be misled anyway. And how they will be misled? By the book of Allah. But I thought the book of Allah is the one who will guide them. It turned to be no, the book of Allah is the way to mislead people. Do we have any Muslim would like to join us? The book of Allah is the biggest and easiest way to corrupt any nation. To the point, people they don't even move without the scholars who you paid him $100 for 15-20 minute conversation to tell you if you can shave the hair of your vagina or not. By the book of Allah. It's very important to live according to the book of Allah. But if we go in the book of Allah, we will find there's nothing in the book of Allah. There's nothing there. All the rules of Islam is not even in the Quran. The Quran, most of its verses are totally abrogated. And how it is abrogated and why? That is another, mockery of so-called Allah. The God of Islam, he keeps changing his mind. As an example, not limited. According to the Quran, if a white free man kill a white free man, the white free man will be killed. But if he kill a slave, we kill his slave. Free for a free, slave for the slave, female for the female. So imagine you killed my slave, I kill your slave. So now we have two victims. This is supposed to justice. You kill my wife, I kill your wife, not you. Female for the female. Then when people start laughing at such a stupid thing, the Arab, they start laughing at Muhammad. Muhammad, he told them that Allah, he abrogated this verse, which means this verse is not valid no more. This is how you know that Muhammad is nothing but the mother of all harlots. Any Muslim would like to join us? Anyone? The one who is calling himself ask a Christian, are you a Muslim? I keep saying any Muslim. Why you are putting your hand? Are you a Muslim? So why you keep putting your hand up? Well, I don't care if you have a question or not. I say any Muslim. You can ask your question in the chat. Do we have any Muslim? If there is any good teaching in Islam, actually, Islam is teach a lot of wisdom, the Quran. is full of wisdom. I can show you one. The top wise teaching of Allah in the Quran. Look at this one as an example, not limited. Look at this. Prophet of Allah, he come with the most wise, holy word of his God, saying to us, if you are blind, if you cannot walk, if you are sick, you can eat at home. Wow, that's so beautiful. I guess at that time, people, they used to eat in McDonald's all the time. You can eat in your house? Allah, he must be thinking about this wisdom for a long time. Or the house of your father? Wow, that's good. Or the house of your mothers? We can. Thank you. Or the house of your brothers, or the house of your sister, or the house of your father brother, or the house of your father sister, or the house of your mother brother, or the house of your mother sister, or of one what? Whereof you have keys of a friend. This is the wisdom of God. How long it took Allah to think about such an amazing wisdom. That's so deep. That's very deep. At that time, people used to eat where? The guy was asking me about justification of faith alone to be saved. You see, when people they say faith alone, ask them, does that mean I can fornicate and steal and kill and rape and then I am saved? If they say yes, that means they are false Christians. If they mean that because of your faith you are saved, because your faith will make you a person who follow the step of Jesus, which means you will not do any of those things anyway, that means they are saying the truth. So if a faithful Christian is someone who don't rape, he don't kill, he don't steal, he don't do child molestation, he don't attack people, don't harm people. So if he is a truly faithful, then his faith will save him, because now his faith is true. But those who have faith as they claim, but they want to go sleep around and kill and rape and steal and do drugs, those are not faithful, because a faithful is the one who obey me, the Lord said. All right? So you are saved by faith, is true, but only if your faith is truthful. And your faith is truthful is only when you obey the command of the Lord. Isn't it Jesus says, from their fruits you shall know them? So it doesn't matter what they say. At the end of the day, The Lord will know you from your fruits. So the work is not what is going to save you, but the work is the proof of your faith. Did you get it? So if you are a person who wear a big cross in his neck, 6 meters by 6 meters, I don't know how tall are you, I'm 10 meters by 10 meters, then my sin is bigger than mountain, and then I claim that I'm saved by faith. Well, I'm not. If my faith is true, then the day I have that faith established is the same day when my sin demolished. Imagine somebody became faithful in Jesus, but before he became faithful, he was a pimp. He was building a whorehouse. Now he became faithful. He continued building the whorehouse. And then he put light in it. And then he put sign in it. And then he put women in it. And then he brought fornicators to it. Is he saved? He will go to hell. Isn't it Jesus says, if your eye will destroy you, unblock it. If your hand will mislead you, cut it off. So don't be stupid. This question actually is not right to ask. That means you do not know who is Jesus, and you yourself, you are confused. And there is no way to be confused if you read the Bible carefully. Anyone says to you, you can sin and you are saved, he is a fraud, he is Satan, he is the mother of harlots. All right? Isn't it Jesus says, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will? Do what? His will. Do what? His will. So there is a will you have to do. And what is the will of the Father? We know from the beginning, the Father have a command. Like, what is the Ten Commandment? What the whole Bible is about understanding and doing the will of God. So those who don't want to be doing the will of God, they are seeking a false religion which will allow them to do all kind of sin, yet they claim to be, they are good. Oh, Jesus love everybody. No, Jesus don't love everybody. You hear many false Christians, they keep saying that to you. Do Jesus love Muhammad? Do Jesus love Satan? Do Jesus love Neron, who burned a city to kill the Christians? Those statements are being said by people who they are hippies and false, and they are no Christians. Jesus, the same Jesus, will send billions to hell. This is Jesus. He will send billions, not millions, to hell. He will send them to hell because he loved them. God don't love the wicked unless they repent and have faith on him and never go and sin again. This is what Jesus says to the women who the Jews that chase her for supposed fornication, even though they have no evidence. Where is the fornicator? They go after the women. They did not bring the man. What Jesus said to her, go and sin no more. This is why we are calling Islam the mother of harlots, and we say Jesus is the God of holiness. The Bible says that faith without work is a dead faith. So if you are truly a faithful person, right away, it's not like you are not working for it. It's happening naturally because you are faithful. So a faithful Christian, he sees somebody in the street injured, he help. Not because he's a doctor, Not because he's the ambulance, not because he have expertise, but because he have faith. Because the good God is his master. And I hope many of you will give more verses I did not mention from the Bible. We have endless verses. Later in the comment, I appreciate the comment of people who post verses, and you know, I don't like Christians who just watch. I like Christians who are Christians. You know, we want warriors. We don't want fakers. We are not Muslims who repeat words without doing them. Doing wrong is so easy. So easy. Doing right is the hardest. It takes you maybe years to build your house. But you can destroy your house in 5 minutes. Building is so hard. Destroying is so easy. Remember that. Do we have any Muslim? Any Abdul? From the religion of Abdulism? You know, when Muhammad he promised Muslim men they will have an endless penis, is that because he is the mother of harlots, or he is the harlot himself? Any Muslim? I see some people arguing in the chat about Catholic acknowledge Islam or not. My friend, if the Catholic Church don't agree that Muslim they don't worship Jesus, does not fix that the Catholic popes are a bunch of scumbags. They acknowledge Islam, that they are Abrahamic. So stop ducking tape your popes. Otherwise you are like them. Did your pope, the previous one and the previous one, not this one, say that Muslims worship the same God? Yes, they said that. And you know that this is not true. The Bible says it clearly. Whoever deny that Jesus is the Christ. Do you know what does that mean? Jesus is the Christ means Jesus is the Savior, not just his name is a Christ. Whoever deny that Jesus is the Christ and deny the Son and the Father is an Antichrist. So how your stupid false pope say Muslims are Abrahamic and they worship the same God? So stop defending your stupid popes, otherwise you will turn stupid and you will turn like Abdul. Duct tape doesn't work, my friend. The new pope, he sounds like a decent man. He did not make any poo-poo yet. I hope he will fix all the garbage the previous one they have done. I hope we'll bring the Church of the Catholic back to where it used to be. And we'll make it clear that Islam have nothing to do with our God. Our God is a spirit, their God is not. Our God is a Trinity, their God is not. Our God is holy, their God is not. So stop ducking tape the stupid popes. And we will do the same to anyone he say the same. If someone is a Protestant, he is a false man if he say to you the same as this pope he said. Do I need you to acknowledge that he worshiped Jesus? You just acknowledge that he worshiped the Father, which is not true. Duct tape. When you see somebody trying to duct tape, that means he is involved in the sin. Like, you know, when I speak against fornication, many in that comment, they will say, CP, this is God love everybody. Obviously he is sleeping around and he want to defend, he want to duct tape, you know, somebody go and drink and get it drunk and, you know, all the garbage. You know, God is all merciful, God love everybody. CP, don't say that. They want to duct tape. We do things. You see, there's a difference between doing things and we know they are a sin, and then claiming that they are good. This is a huge difference. Like, if you are a person who commits sin and you say, you know what, I know this is sin, this is wrong, I am, you know, I'm working in it, and somebody else trying to defend sin and claiming that Islam is Abrahamic is a big sin. Is way bigger than fornication, way bigger than child molestation, because that will be involving misleading millions of people, if not hundreds of millions, especially if you are a person in the top of a church and there's more than 1.5 billion or 2 billion human beings listen to you. So now a woman, she is a Catholic, she heard the previous Pope saying Islam is Abrahamic, and then even they say you can marry a Muslim. She will marry a Muslim. But we know the Bible says you cannot marry a non-believer, for dark and light cannot be under one roof. So if you are a Catholic, you have a duty to fight any pope, any priest, any bishop, he give false teaching against Jesus' teaching, because he will give you a bad name. And if you are a Protestant, you should do the same. And if you are an Orthodox, you should do the same. You have to strip them from their titles, because they are giving you a bad title. So we as a Christians, we should stand against any corruption, any one who adopt the harlot method, like Muhammad. He can be a priest in any church. He can be a person who claimed to be a bishop. Judas, my friend, was a disciple of Jesus. All right? So we are not speaking against you because you are Catholic. Absolutely not. We are exposing a liar. He claimed to be the head of the Catholic. And I pray that the new Pope will be a good man and he will fix all the poo-poo, all the satanic teaching brought into the church before, by acknowledging Islam to be from God, which is not. Do we have any Muhammadan? Here we don't take side with a church name. I will never side with a church name. I side with Jesus. I have one master. No bishop is my master. No priest, no pope, no patriarch. And this is what you should do, all of you. Anyone he teach you something not from the Bible, and it's obvious, It's very obvious. Who is the Antichrist? The one who denied the Father, the Son. It's easy. The Muslim, they deny you cannot call God the Father and you cannot call Jesus the Son. And they deny them both. So when you hear a priest, a Protestant or a Catholic or Orthodox, speaking something against Christ's teaching, this person is a Satan. Don't be fooled by a cross he put in his neck. Be aware of false teachers. They come to you in the clothes of a sheep, but they are wolves. This is why it's very important for us as a Christian to read the Bible from time to time. And you know, I don't know how many times I read the Bible, but each time I read it, I feel like I read something new. As if something I never heard before. Do you know why? For this is the living Word of God. This is not a dead teaching. This book speaks to you today, in the year 2025, in the year 5000, in the year 1,000,000. After 1,000,000 years from now, technology will be amazing. Scary maybe. Still, this book will speak to you about the day you live as if it is already abrogated with technology. For this is a book, speak to your spirit, for technology cannot change what God He put within you. So when God He sent His word to you, and the Messiah He said that earth and heaven will pass away, but my words will not. He was telling the truth. His words will stay with you forever. Our Bible is preserved not because of somebody wrote it, but because the Messiah promised to keep it. Our Bible exists regardless if it's written or not. Remember, the Messiah exists before the Bible. The Christians exist before the Bible, the New Testament exists. Before it's written. Still they are Christians, and they follow Jesus. The teaching of Christ is not words written in a paper. It's a living Word of God, will be exist for God. He promised to keep it for us. Do we have any Abdul from the religion of Abdulism? Anyone in the chat, in Discord, in YouTube, etc. You don't like our topic, what we are saying, leave. Don't tell me, don't comment, he is my, etc., you, etc. If you don't like it, get lost. If you don't get lost, we can kick you out. You come to me, you ask, you say something, I will respond to you. I'm not a potato. I fear nobody. I'm willing to make everybody angry, except my Lord. I care less for your Pope. I care less for your bishop. I care less for your priest. The Lord, He said, I know my sheep, and my sheep, they knew me. Muslims, when your mother, the mother of harlots, Muhammad, he promised you an endless penis, is that because he is a godly prophet or because he is a harlot? Any Muslim? Any Muhammadan would like to join us? Think about it for a second. What kind of God he promised me endless penis? How silly, how stupid, not only how low, how stupid, how dummy, how satanic. Why it's so important for a man of God that his God told him, tell the people who believe in me, I will make their penis endless, palm tree. And don't worry, I will give them women who have vagina can accommodate that. People in Discord, can you stop talking about this guy Swiss? Let me close Discord. Done. A bunch of kids. Any Abdul? Who is Abdul can tell us how godly it is that your God, he promised you an endless penis. How beautiful. Why he promised you such a promise? Your dream to have a penis one day which is big? It's so small. You pray to Allah to make it bigger? Like you open your zipper, you cannot find it? Your wife, she brought a magnifier to see where it is? It was so tiny. So you say, God, do something, fix it, God. And then Allah, he hear you. For remember, Allah is all hearing. So Allah, he will answer your prayer, Muslims. Your small penis will grow and will become endless. And not only that, the vagina for that is going to grow too. That is astonishing God. And yet they say to you they want to believe in this God? How dummy, how stupid. Shame on them. Only true God can give you such a big penis. Isn't it? By the way, is that will be included for Lily J? ChatGPT, can you explain to me the lofty palm tree penis? Any Abdul? This is the religion of God? It must be true religion. What about the prophet? He promised me women who will see their bones. I know we spoke about those many times, but just to collect them together. How beautiful. How sexy. All of us, we like bones. In fact, many European countries, they say bones from the morning. Like in France, they say bon nuit, bonsoir, even at night, bon whatever, you know. I mean, there's bones involved everywhere in France. Allah, he heard your prayer, French people. Bones is all the way. The female women who Allah will give you in the heaven to boom boom with them, they will be so white, transparent, beautiful, transparent, to the point they are so white, to the point you can see the marrow of their bones, all the way through their butt and their legs. It's so beautiful. My dream come true. the mother of the harlots, promised the Muslim men that their penis will never go limp, and the women in the heaven, they are so white, because this is Arab are obsessed with white color. This is why in the heaven of Allah there's no black people, there's no Asian people, there's white, very white, no black. In fact, the Quran says it clearly, in the day of judgment Allah will make people either white or black. In fact, when Allah He created Adam and He hit him in his shoulder, and from his shoulders, the right shoulder, the white people they came. And Allah told them, to the white people, you go to heaven and I don't care. And He said and He hit the left shoulder of Adam, and from that shoulder the black offspring came, and they were black like charcoal. Allah He mentioned that to Muhammad, black like charcoal, because they are black in the way Islam describe it as very sinner. The color black in Islam is about you being sin, pure sin. The color white in Islam, that means you are pure, holy. So white people are so white because they are holy, they will go to heaven. Black people, they are so black because they are unholy and they will go to hell. And this is the reference in front of you. And by the way, this is very authentic. In fact, we used to have it in this website here. They took it off. If I search for it, I don't find it. Let me try. This website. If I search for it, I will not find it. I don't think I will find it. I tried before. Yeah. Yeah, because I did save it, you know, and I cannot find it no more. It said this hadith is not exist no more. It's gone. They took it off. Muslim, they start sending an email saying this guy Christian Prince is using it, and it says there authentic. Authentic. The mother of the harlots. How you would respond to Muslims who says that the Trinity not specifically mentioned in the Bible? Well, isn't it Jesus says go and teach and preach in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit? How it's not mentioned in the Bible? Isn't it Jesus says, speaking about the Father, and then He will send in the Comforter in the same chapter? And who is the Comforter? The Holy Spirit. So how you say that the Trinity is not mentioned in the Bible? If you mean the word Trinity, well, this is not really, who care about the word Trinity? The word is just to use to describe, summarize the faith, but it's not the faith. Trinity is a language word describing something. So if somebody says to you Trinity does not exist in the Bible, he's a fool. From the first page in the Bible, you will see the Trinity. God and His Spirit. God and His Spirit. And then right away you go to Isaiah. A child is born for us. What this child will do? He will be everlasting God. He will be called everlasting. Everlasting what? God. So we have Trinity all over the Bible, Old Testament, New Testament. Do we have any Abdul? And by the way, the Muslim, if we talk about the word, the Muslim do not have the word Tawheed anywhere. If a Muslim, he says to you, Trinity is not exist in the Bible as a word, tell him where is the word Tawheed in the Quran. In fact, the word Tawheed in Arabic mean unification, does not mean oneness. As one. It's a unity. We close Discord. Now we cannot ask Muslim to call us. The admins there are not doing a good job, so we have to shut it down. So as you see, Islam is nothing but the religion of a harlot, having sex with kids, promises of endless penis. 80,000 little boys will be in your bedroom. How many? 80,000 little boys. What they will be doing? According to Muslims, will be serving you. Description of paradise. So the description of the paradise is telling you how the mother of harlot, she do harvest human souls by promising them all kind of sexual entertainment and slavery. You will be in heaven, you will have 80,000 little slave. Why we are in heaven and we have slaves? What do you think, Abdul? Even in heaven there is slavery? Even the women in your bed are your slaves, and they will be jailed in your room. Is that right? Muhammad is promising the pervert men that I will bring you women, you will jail them. They are your sex toys. They are created for sex. They will be jailed in their tents. The translation here, there, it says here al-khiyam, which means their tents. Those females are so good in sex, even though they have a brand new hymens in their vagina. No man F them, neither a genie. The mother of the harlot describe even how their vagina will be. And then the mother of the harlot describe that you will be reclining in your cushions. Other verse in the Quran says that the Muslim, he will be busy. Busy doing what? Praying? No, he will be busy effing. They asked Muhammad about this verse, what they will be busy doing. He says they will be effing dahman, dahman. When you F so hard, that is dahman, dahman. The mother of the harlot is tempting pervert, telling them you will F so hard. Muslims, am I lying? If any of you dare to say so, let me know. Just let me know. How a Muslim will F in heaven? I will give you the link. Dahman, dahman. They asked him, are we going to F in heaven? He said, absolutely. You will be F in dahman, dahman. By the way, a Muslim, they call effing women stepping on her. Stepping. That's why the English come in as a step. So like you step on her, you hump, the hump like a camel. You jump her. Are we going to hump women? He said yes.
Shall I step into paradise? He said, yes, by the one in whose hand is my soul, crushing it down, crushing it down.
Translation.
And when he gets up from it, it will return purified and virgin.
So here, this is a translation of dahman, dahman, crushing it down, which means you F so hard and violently. And after Fing so hard and violently, she will become a virgin again. So you can F her again. Now you tell me, is that the mother of harlot teaching or the mother of decencies? I just gave you the link, guys. Tell me if it worked in YouTube. Let me post it in Rumble. All those hadith there. And here they are explaining to you what dahman, dahman mean. It says here, ay dahman, dahman, it is the extreme effing.
That is, they crush, which is the intensity of sexual intercourse.
The mothers of the harlots and corruption. And here the Muslims are explaining to you how beautiful it is.
This indicates the intensity of desire, along with the perfection of pleasure, and this is from the perfection of bliss.
This is the blessing, brother. See, blessing in Christianity is to be in the presence of God, the Holy Lord. Blessing in Islam is to F with insanity. Were you able to open the link, people in YouTube? Because I know in Rumble it worked. Were you able to open it in YouTube? All right. I'm not going to stay longer because I notice that not many people are watching anyway. I mean, after 2 days, we have 20,000 people watch the previous video. So I will be back when we have enough view. You see, I don't want to blame YouTube. It's obvious that Christians are not sharing the videos. There's no point of me keep coming every day, staying for many hours if nobody is watching. Trust me, my time is priceless, and I will tell you why. I have one life. I'm not here to waste my time. Every minute goes, I can't get back. So if I don't notice that my work is really doing great, then I will step a little bit back and do it from time to time. Maybe you guys have a better entertainment. Maybe you have a better mission, you know, football. Maybe, I don't know. But I do my part. And nobody can say Christian Prince did not do his part. I'm doing that. Maybe many of you were not even born when I was exposing Islam. So you want me to come back fast? Share the link, let us have more review. Then I will say, okay, you know what? There's people are watching. There's people who care. Let us do more. More will be done when we notice that the more is needed. So I'm not going to keep you here for long. And as you see, the view doesn't make any difference for me as a view, except it is a soul. We don't have super chat. We don't have money advertising. We don't have that. And I'm talking about YouTube. Few people go to Rumble. So the view will not make any difference, except that the truth is known by more. And more mean human, not numbers. When we say view, we are not talking about numbers and mathematics. We are talking about souls. How many people will be saved from such a garbage and lies of Muslims? Muslims are professional liars. And they knew how to target your kids. They knew how easy it is. Your kids are ignorant. The priest is teaching them nothing. Even when they go to church, they never spoke about cult. Unless they want to attack other Christian church. They are so good in that. The second you say Islam, they go mute. So your son, your daughter go to school, they meet with Muslims, and Muslims are very well trained since a very early age, because Islam is based on fighting Christianity. You go to your church, you pray for everybody, peace for the world, Jesus love everybody, go back home. You go back home, your son go to the internet, he find Muslims are ready for him with their sharp teeth.
A home is a place of residence, whether permanent or semi-permanent, for people and sometimes animals.
Stupid.
It offers shelter and space for domestic activities like sleeping, cooking, and hygiene, as well as work and leisure. The concept extends beyond a physical building to encompass feelings of security, identity, and belonging.
Lord have mercy. This is the phone spying at me. I just said the word home. Can you believe it that the stupid AI is I'm asking what home is? This is how stupid software is. The software is telling me what the word home mean. This is how dumb a human being is. So if you want to protect your children, you better share with them whatever we say. Even sometimes it's not appropriate. But guess what? Your kids these days, they hear what you cannot imagine. Your kids have TikTok, which is the most disgusting sexual platform. And instead you have no problem for them to go TikTok. You don't know what is TikTok. I never open TikTok and it's not sexual. Never. Filthy, disgusting, satanic app. So your children are exposed. Sex, drugs, Islam, liberals, hippie, homosexuality, you name it. And what do? You provide them food on the table. You think you are done. Then your kid is 14 years old. He ended in jail at the age of 15 or maybe earlier. Your kid is a shoplifting person. Your kid died because of drugs. All of this because the parents are not there. And the priest is not doing his job, if there is a priest. The priests are busy collecting donation, building a villa, getting paid. So we are at war, and there is only few people that are fighting with me. But imagine you go to war, and then you look behind you, there's a 3 billion Christians, and then you find only 20 behind you. Then you will ask yourself, what happened to those 3 billion Christians? The gate is wide, and will take a lot of people. So let us see if little encouragement will make you share. And again, I don't want people to lecture me about numbers and say to me, why you care for numbers? I care. Numbers mean souls, humans, not machines. And numbers does not mean advertising, because I don't have ads, I don't have super chat. Numbers mean more people they watch and they learn something, so they can expose the garbage of Muhammad or any other garbage. So do something so I can do better. You do less, I will say they don't need me. Lord, I did my part. I spend more than half of my life going every day, losing my voice. My legs hurt from sitting for many hours. Nobody may bring me a cup of water, no tea. I don't go even to the bathroom. And nobody care. Well, if the Lord, the Messiah, himself was rejected, who am I? They spat at him. They insulted him. Not only that, they killed him. At least I'm lucky until now I did not get killed. Maybe tomorrow. I can't compare myself to him. No way. So if the Lord could not make them happy, who am I to make anyone happy? Even these days they cannot make a movie without cursing Jesus. And yet none of you cancel that channel, cancel Netflix, cancel all this garbage. You want to watch movies even if they insult Jesus. because you love Jesus very much, to the point you want to watch the rest of the movie. They install Jesus every 5 minutes. You care very much for Jesus. Those movie makers, if they see Christians don't watch such a movie, they will not make movies like this. But thanks to you, you pay them. You pay them to install Jesus. You go to Disneyland, you take your kids, and there they teach them how to be changing their gender. Satan, the mother of harlots, is everywhere, my friend. You take your child, she want to see Mickey Mouse, and then she go to the room and Mickey Mouse tell her that it's okay to change your gender. They are bringing the devil to you even within Mickey Mouse cartoon. And you don't care. So our war is wide and big and huge and massive. Today, a pimp, his name Andrew Tate, is a teacher. He have a university. The mother of the harlots, he's a master of ethic. He want to teach your kids ethic. He's conservative. I mean, what is left? You must be so proud. Very proud. For me, I will never give up. But when I say to you, I might do less, because I will be busy working in my books. I will not stop. I'm not going to waste my time. I will go and start doing more work in my books. Maybe my books will do better. I know my books spread all around the world. And there's millions of people reading them. And I'm so glad for that. That's why we give them, most of them, for free. So the poor can read, not only the rich. I will do everything I can do to fight the mother of the harlots and her babies. Remember, for we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authority, against the cosmic power over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. We are at war, and we are the crusade, and I would love to have a real warriors with me so we can defeat the devil and the mother of harlots. It doesn't matter what the name of this harlot is. Islam, liberal, Democrat, anything, doesn't matter. It have many names. It have many prostitution houses. It has authority too. It's powerful. It's connected. It's rich. It is tempting. So what do you have? We have faith. And if the Lord is with me, who could be against me? When the Roman, they burn cities to kill the Christians, they fail. When Islam conquers cities and countries to destroy Christianity, it failed. When the communists close the churches and make them bars and restaurants, they fail. When the Christians, they were underground, praying secretly, they were successful. They were powerful. When the Chinese destroy churches, they fail. Christianity is spreading in China like fire in a dry wood. You need to know that the power of God is victory, and the weak me is so strong. For if God is with me, who could be against me. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. God is good. So is Jesus. And we are the crusade. See ya.